Well, recently, German automaker Volkswagen made headlines for defects in their popular vehicles. And if you own one of their affected models, then you know there's a lot to be concerned. Here's an excerpt from a story by CBS reporter Derek Shore that tells you what's going on.
German automaker Volkswagen admitted this week to installing sophisticated software to beat emissions tests. The software would sense through its steering wheel and speed that the car was being tested, turning on an override system to reduce pollution output. But after the test, the diesel cars would go back to normal, emitting upwards of 40 times the legally allowed amount of nitrogen oxide, a dangerous pollutant.
So if you drive a Volkswagen, what do you do now? Well, Alex Begum is an attorney with Villarreal and Begum, and he is here to help us sort out some of those answers. Good morning.
Good morning.
We've got a lot of questions here,
sure.
Alex. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Where are we right now with this case?
So the EPA recently notified Volkswagen, sort of called them out on this fraud mid-September. The EPA had been doing some testing on the diesel model Volkswagen cars that had been affected, and basically told Volkswagen, look, we know what you did. You installed something called a cheat device in these vehicles that made it seem that the vehicles were being, or that the vehicles were not emitting as much pollution as they were.
Right.
It was also cheating not just the emission issue, but the efficiency of the vehicle was also being...
The efficiency of the vehicle,
sure.
too. So consumers thought that perhaps they were buying a car that was not only good, efficiently gas efficient, but also good for the environment. And,
right.
and Volkswagen, they did say that they admitted to this problem, correct?
Right. So here's the problem for the consumer. Okay, let's say that you went to a Volkswagen dealership and you bought an Audi 4, or you bought you know, one of the vehicles that are part of the problem, right? And you saw, for example, a Jetta, all right? They make Jettas in diesel efficient is what they were selling these vehicles as, or non-diesel cars. Well, the person that's worried about the environment and the person that wants better fuel economy went for the diesel engine. But there was an additional $6,000 to $8,000 price associated with buying the diesel vehicle.
Oh, okay.
And the reality is that if you take away this cheat device, then your car is not going to be fuel efficient. You're not going to get any better gas mileage, and you're polluting the environment up to 40 times the allowed EPA limits.
Yes, and we're taking a look right now at a graphic here. 11 million cars are affected. They're the Volkswagen Beetle, the Golf, the Jetta, Passat, and the Audi A3. Yes. So, of course, Audi and Volkswagen are joint on this.
Right.
And so those are just some of the models. Now, there's probably somebody at home right now, Alex, saying, you know what, I own one of those cars.
Right.
What do I do?
Well, the problem that you're going to have with this vehicle is that, one, you paid a premium for something that you are not getting. And so right off the bat, when you try and go resell the car, you're not going to get that extra $6,000 to $8,000 upcharge that you paid. And so you have a claim. And Volkswagen has already admitted that they did wrong, and they've set aside something to the tune of $6.5 billion to pay for the claims that are coming. Our firm is helping the consumer with this claim process to try and recoup some of the value lost in the vehicles. And so it's not a matter of if they're going to pay, it's a matter of how much they're going to pay.
Okay, so we don't know that just yet, do we?
No, once we start the claim process for the individuals affected by this fraud, that's when we'll really get to know the exact numbers.
Okay,
yeah.
So of course, if you have any questions, you can call them, Villarreal and Begum Law Firm. There's the information on your screen. So this is serious stuff. There's a lot of folks out there who own these models, these affected models by Volkswagen, and maybe even an Audi A3. If you have any questions, be sure to give them a call. 777-HURT is the number, 777-HURT. And also there's the website on your screen.